What up, Blackish fam? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. Man, I've been getting a lot of people hit me up about Montana 300. It's a cat, I believe, that's from Chicago, and we did a couple of his songs about a year ago. It's cool. It's not necessarily the type of music that I like, but his wordplay is sick. So it's not something that I just let ride or bump in the car. But again, this guy's definitely got some skill. So yeah, I want to check this one out. This is Envy Me. It just happened to be one that I pulled up. It looks like it's the remix. Let's get right into it, man. Let's see how his wordplay has evolved, and who knows? I might hear something. I think I heard that Chirac remix. That was just like, ooh, I was feeling that. But let's see what he got here.
Rap God, bitch, they envy me. I'm way up out these rappers.
Rap God, I believe that was the old album.
They say I'm just what hip hop need. Punchlines are hitting harder than Creed. Who fucking with me, nigga? No one asked Alicia Keys. Play games, pull up like Need for Speed. You'll see the center, shoot Joel Embiid. I'll put you underground like planting seeds.
Yeah, he already got a few little bars there, right? What did he say? He said, no one asked Alicia Keys, right? That said, no one. I just want you close where you can stay forever, right?
Rap God, bitch, they envy me. I'm way up out these rappers' league. They say I'm just what hip hop need. Punchlines are hitting harder than Creed.
Creed, that's the movie. I think it's a follow up after Rocky, right? In the original Rocky movies, one of the main actors was Apollo Creed, right? That big old bouncer, big ass boxer that he had to box. They ended up becoming friends and stuff. So I believe I didn't even see the Creed movies, but the Creed movies star Michael B. Jordan, and it goes kind of follow up after that, right?
Who fucking with me, nigga? No one asked Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, no one reference.
Like
Need for Speed, that's one of the older driving games. That's Electronic Arts, the EA game. That's been out since the late 90s. It's definitely a good one. One of my favorites is the Hot Pursuit version of that game.
Shoot Joel Embiid. Games pull up like Need for Speed. You'll see the center, shoot Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid, he's talking about the center for the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'll put you underground like planting seeds.
Yeah, put you in the ground, underground, right? You put a seed in the ground when you're planting, but you put someone 6 feet underground to kill you, right?
If I ain't with the gang, I'm still with my gun. Bitch, what was you thinking? Don't care if I'm out of the game and watching my son, my nigga, I'm squeezing.
Yeah.
Since I was a youngin', I knew I was it before I put my feet in. Everything that I'm seeing, I already seen it, cause I used to dream it. Moving weight like a kingpin. 25 of my wheat Tims.
The wheat Tims, those are the classic color, right? Timberland boots. Ooh, all right. He said they got the stick on me like hockey, right? But he's talking about that pistol. Yeah, but he's also talking about having a stick like a hockey player, like a defensive player, right? He's talking about defend your goals. Sick.
25 of my wheat Tims. Stick on me like hockey because I had some goals that I had to defend. Yeah, if you really a shooter, I talk on computers, my nigga, let's LinkedIn.
No. What did Drake say, right? Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers, right?
If you really a shooter, I talk on computers, my nigga, let's LinkedIn. They say they won't beat them when I pull up on them, they vegan.
They all want that beef, right? Until you pull up on them, then they don't want that beef. They're vegan, right? Sick.
Better chili, don't wanna get left, I ain't T-Boz, I'm creeping. When I pull up on them, they vegan. He better chili, don't wanna get left, I ain't T-Boz, I'm creeping.
Reference to TLC, right? He said he better chill. He's talking about Chili, Left Eye, and who's that other one? He referenced it right here. You can barely hear it. T-Boz. Hey, T-Boz Creepin' was a TLC song from the 90s.
When I pull up on them, they vegan. He better chili, don't wanna get left, I ain't T-Boz, I'm creeping. I will come while you sleeping. You don't want me to sneak in. I'm smacking the eye with the back of the Glock and I'm knocking his teeth in. Talking about he was tweaking. Talking about he ain't mean it. Guess he thought it was sweet then. Now you see I don't pretend. Yeah, I took it so long. He got off like the weekend.
No, he got off, right? Like it's the weekend. Like most people are off on the weekend. Sick.
Pretend, yeah, I took it so long. You got off like the weekend. Used to live in a crack house. I felt like I was strapped down. The Rock versus my OG. She went through more matches than SmackDown. Had to fight through the pain and fight through the rain, but I never.
There's a lot of wordplay there, right? He said, I think it started a few bars above when he said, smacking an op with the back of a Glock, knocking his teeth in, talking about he was tweaking, right? There's a lot of wordplay here for a drug house, which he then referenced, right? He told it, let's let it ride again.
Got off like the weekend. Used to live in a crack house. I felt like I was strapped down. The Rock versus my OG. She went through more matches than SmackDown. Had to fight through the pain and fight through the rain, but I never tapped out.
Right, he said he lived in a crack house. That's a crack house versus like crack rock, right? And then he said he felt like he was strapped down, like someone that's when you're shooting up heroin, you have to put the strap on, right? He said the Rock versus his OG, the crack rock versus, it sounds like she has substance abuse issues. She went through more matches than SmackDown. That's WWE SmackDown with The Rock, right? That he's referencing. Just sick. And, I get a lot of these references. My dad suffered from heroin addiction. He was on heroin most of his life, selling, using, tried to come down with methadone, and eventually died of a heart attack and was narcoleptic. Had a bunch of other issues. But they were all about shooting up. And if we go a little bit further back, right, he talks about smacking an op. But smack is another word, at least it was in the 90s, for heroin, right? He started talking about tweaking, but he's talking about tripping, right? Well, motherfuckers are tweaking in Chicago in the hood. Motherfuckers tweaking. He's on that shit, right? Also, the reference to the crack house, but again, the strap down, and then the WWE reference for The Rock and crack rock. So, man, just sick wordplay. Very easy to miss wordplay. I'm glad we caught that.
Weekend. Used to live in a crack house. I felt like I was strapped down. The Rock versus my OG. She went through more matches.
It's kind of sad too.
Had to fight through the pain and fight through the rain, but I never tapped out. Found myself in a trap house. Started moving them packs out.
Oh, he still referenced it, right? Fought through the rain, but he never tapped out. You tap out when you're wrestling, but also referencing WWE.
But I never tapped out. Found myself in a trap house. Started moving them packs out. I ain't no capper, but I had that bitch up and just like a frat house.
I think he's referencing Kappa Alpha Psi. I'm a fraternity guy myself. I'm an Omega Delta OD from Northern Illinois University, NIU, which is just about an hour outside of Chicago. I think he said, I ain't no Kappa, but I had that bitch open like a frat house. You'd normally recognize a Kappa because of the red and white canes that they rock.
I ain't no Kappa, but I had that bitch up and just
like a frat house.
Since it looked like the fast route, I thought I had it all mapped out.
The fast route, right? Most intelligent devices or smart devices, when they map or they GPS you, they're normally by default, they show you the fastest route. If you're using like Google Maps or Waze. So what did he say? It looked like the fast route. I guess they had it all mapped out.
Since it looked like the fast route, I thought I had it all
mapped out.
This game is a gamble. Seen too many niggas that crapped out.
It's a gamble, right? Niggas that crapped out. He's talking about playing cards, right? He's playing you, or you being played like a card game, gambling, and playing craps, right?
This game is a gamble. Seen too many niggas that crapped out. I ran in the 12, had to fight a few cases, thought it was my last round.
Still referencing, he said ran into 12, right? He's talking about the law. Had to fight a few cases, thought it was his last round. Normally there's 12 rounds in a boxing match. I'm not sure about WWE or like wrestling, but normally 12 rounds is an entire fight.
I ran in the 12, had to fight a few cases, thought it was my last round. Better go check my background. I still can't put the gap down.
You got that background and you can't put that gat down. You got a minimum, 5 years in federal prison if you're caught with a weapon and you have a felony background.
Was my last round. Better go check my background. I still can't put the gap down. Had to bury some niggas, they homies that's living, know just how I got down. Just cause I'm a dad now, don't think I won't.
Obviously, the play is a little easier. He said he had to bury some niggas, they homies. What did he say?
Had to bury some niggas, they homies that's living, know just how I got down. Just cause I'm
Just ground in background, but also burying motherfuckers in the ground, right? With down.
put the cat down. Had to bury some niggas, they homies that's living, know just how I got down. Just cause I'm a dad now, don't think I won't come blow your ass down. I don't care what you stand for. 40 blam, you get sat down.
Now you stand, I'm gonna sit your ass down.
Act wild, put that 40 to him like Stackhouse. Apologies to my mother and father, cause I was a bad child.
He talking about that Stackhouse, put that 40 to him. Now Jerry, I'm old school. I'm thinking of Jerry Stackhouse. I don't know if there's somebody else new in the league, but Jerry Stackhouse I thought was number 42, not 40. Maybe he's just talking about the 40s. Maybe there was an incident. I don't know. Someone help me out in the comments if you know what he's referencing there. He said he put that 40 to him like Stackhouse. Jerry Stackhouse's number was 42, but maybe I'm missing something. Maybe he got charged with a gun. Maybe it was part of some crime, something that just went over my head there, but definitely missing something there. Let me know in the comment section what he's referencing.
Put that 40 to him like Stackhouse. Apologies to my mother and father, cause I was a bad child.
I was a bad child. I was born in the city too, and I was out there bad, man. I ain't gonna lie. North side, west side, northwest side, Humble Park to Logan Square, going all the way to the, just out there bad, bro.
Like Stackhouse. Apologies to my mother and father, cause I was a bad child. But both of them could brag now. I'm an entrepreneur and I rap now. I'll be popping them tags now. My pockets was empty, they fat.
Used to be popping them guns, now he's popping them tags, right?
Saint Nick with the bag now. Bitches wanna sit on my lap now.
Ooh, Saint Nick with the bag, right? Saint Nick always got the bag with him because he's always passing out those presents. But the wordplay on getting the bag, right? But Saint Nick, because bitches want to sit on his lap, right? Like Saint Nick, they have motherfuckers sit on your lap and tell you what you want for Christmas. But they're sitting on his lap before you dick them down.
They fat now. I'm Saint Nick with the bag now. Bitches wanna sit on my lap now. Bitches see I'm a big dog. Wanna give me that cat now.
Yes, sir.
They think I'm the Hulk, yeah, they want me to smash now.
Hulk smash, right? He got so much green on him. They think he's a Hulk, but he's about to smash, tear it up. Let's get it.
I'm Saint Nick with the bag now. Bitches wanna sit on my lap now. Bitches see I'm a big dog. Wanna give me that cat now. Got so much green on me, they think I'm the Hulk, yeah, they want me to smash now. They be searching my name up, they feeling me just like a bat down.
Yeah.
Rapper alive, it should be a crime the way that I spaz out.
What do you say? They're feeling him, right? Feeling him like they know they're gonna smash. They're feeling him anyway, but feel him down like a pat down. But he also said it should be a crime the way he spaz out, right?
Got so much green on me, they think I'm the Hulk, yeah, they want me to smash now. They be searching my name up, they feeling me just like a bat down. The best rapper alive, it should be a crime the way.
See, I don't know a lot about Montana 300, but I've heard. I think we have a catalog here where we probably have done 4 or 5 of his different tracks. Cat is sick, and he's got better wordplay than a lot of Chicago rappers outside of Lupe Fiasco, right? But I don't know. He's saying he's the best rapper alive. Nah, bro. You're on your way. You got something going for real, and I like the flow. But best rapper alive? Now, what about Black Thought? What about Common? What about Nas, right? Are we talking about longevity in the game? You think you can hold your own versus a Common or Black Thought or a Nas? Like, are we talking wordplay? Are we talking bars? But even then, if we're talking about wordplay and bars, where do you put Lupe Fiasco, right? If we're talking bars, where do you put King Los, Kendrick Lamar, A$AP Rock, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't think you have enough in the game to say you're the best rapper alive. Not hating, bro. I'm from Chicago too. You got a good flow and all. You got a little wordplay in here, but this wordplay is very easy. You're rapping underground with motherfuckers not around and 6 foot in deep, and don't get me wrong. I can respect the wordplay. You're rapping Saint Nick and bitches sitting on your lap, but there's some wordplay that's so lyrically dense that it's hard to decipher, right? Now, you can look at my Lupe Fiasco breakdown of Murals. You can look at A$AP Rock. You can even look at Black Thought, where he's got cultural references, political, religious references. But there's different types of hip-hop, right? for this type of hip hop that's more urban, can be more mainstream. The wordplay is good. But I'd be lying if I said you were number one in my book, right? I'm sure there's some cats out there that really rock with you, but saying you're the best rapper alive, I can't co-sign that.
They be searching my name up, they feeling me just like a pat down. The best rapper alive, it should be a crime the way that I spaz out. And bitch, I'm so hot, if God send me to hell, then the devil gon' pass out. Hey.
See, like this was that. Bitch, I'm so hot, if God send me to hell, the devil gon' pass out. Come on, I get the wordplay, right? God, hell, devil, but on a scale of 1 to 10,
I'm the way that I spaz out. And bitch, I'm so hot, if God send me to hell, then the devil gon' pass out. Hey. Coming with them clips when I tell a nigga, you don't really wanna get a sneak peek.
Ooh, the movie lingo, right? The movie lingo, he's talking about, what'd he say? He referenced coming with those clips, but he's not talking about gun clips. He's talking about movie clips, right? He said when he trail a nigga, but he's not talking about following you on the trail. Right? He's talking about a movie trailer. He said you don't really want to get a sneak peek. But he's talking about, again, sneak peek at the theater. Sick. I almost went over my head there.
Them clips when I tell a nigga, you don't really want to get a sneak peek. Got the Smith and Wesson out here teaching lessons. That bitch talking to him like it teach speech.
Ooh.
Like his socks off, had to air him out like his feet stink. Put him underground.
Air them out like you air motherfuckers out, right? But air them out like you take off your shoes and put them by the back door because your feet stink, motherfucker. Hot foot ass. Ooh, see again, right? Put them underground, call them deep sleep, right? This nigga straighten up like a neat freak. Sick wordplay. Don't get me wrong, the bars are there.
Like his feet stink, put him underground, call it deep sleep. It's homie straighten up like a neat freak. I got big bucks, you wanna get fucked cause my money taller than a Greek freak.
Ooh, the NBA reference, right? He's talking about Giannis. They call him the Greek freak. Antetokounmpo, right? Or whatever, Giannis. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's Greek and Nigerian. But also the wordplay, because he referenced the Greek freak, but he also talked about big bucks. And Giannis is on the Milwaukee Bucks. See? Great wordplay there.
Like a neat freak, I got big bucks. You wanna get fucked cause my money taller than a Greek freak. Before drill music, I was 300. They got shit to do with Chief Keef. I am
Chief Keef. I'm from Chicago, man, so I know about Chief Keef. Funny story. I actually got to rent a house in Skokie when Chief Keef got kicked out. I guess he was dealing with a lot of legal issues in Skokie, and the city had him move out before he got his place in Northbrook. So I'm going, I owned a little business back in the day, a little marketing business, had a little money. I didn't buy a house yet. And I rented this place, and I was getting stuff from his entertainment company that was coming. I actually got a crazy deal on this place. It was like supposed to be $2,500 or $3,000 a month. I was getting it for $2,000 a month back in the day, and it was big. I eventually moved my family in and stuff. But I actually had Chief Keef's couch, his bed set. I was looking all up in the creases, like, well, what we gonna find? And then I didn't really even know until the neighbors came out. They told me about the cars that used to be in the lot. This was at a time when he was just on the come up. So just really exciting. I actually rented a place in Skokie that Chief Keef lived at, which was kind of cool.
Taller than a Greek freak. Before drill music, I was 300. They got shit to do with Chief Keef. I am so goat, flow so dope, so potent. I can make the beat weak. Rapper study me cause I got all the answers when I write. It's like I got a cheat sheet.
The play, the educational play on words, right? What do you say? Something about rappers study me. He got all the answers, right? He talking about like a test or whatever. But when I write, right, it's also like I got a cheat sheet. They got all the answers. Sick, good.
I can make the beat weak. Rapper study me cause I got all the answers when I write. It's like I got a cheat sheet. Rap God bless you like you just sneeze.
Bless you, Steve.
By now I do this shit with ease. Man,
me too, Wofo.
Made a fucking masterpiece. I'm independent, not like Young Dolph, but like Master P.
Make him say, oh, na-na, right? He's just that wordplay with Masterpiece and Master P. It's just the wordplay there.
I'm independent, not like Young Dolph, but like Master P.
Not like Young Dolph.
Bag up on my baby, that shit ain't a thing. I like my bitches fancy like I'm Jamie King.
That's a reference to the Jamie Foxx show, right? Jamie Foxx was Jamie King in the show, and Francesca, right? That's who they call Fancy. He said he likes his bitches fancy like Jamie Foxx does in the show. Sick.
You know I like my bitches fancy like I'm Jamie King. From 28, 22, my hood was the PCs. I was a juvenile bumping that 400 degrees. Talking, watch me.
That 400 Degrees was the album back in the day that had that, girl, you look good, won't you back that ass up? You a big fine thing, but you be just in the corner just getting it. Yo, I remember that, back that ass up. Anytime that comes on, that's going down at a house party back in the day. I think you can still throw that on and motherfuckers get to, I don't care if you ain't got no butt, you be just hands on the knees doing touchdown dances and shit.
Bitches fancy like I'm Jamie King. From 28, 22, my hood was the PCs. I was a juvenile bumping that 400 degrees. Real killer talking, watch me rub it in like Vaseline. I had the jet after I gave
rub it
the
in.
whole magazine.
Ooh, shout out Jet Magazine, man. For you young cats that don't know, we didn't have social media back in the day. We didn't have the internet. And yes, we had news, but we didn't have news that was specific to the black community. It was very hard to find out what was going on in the world when you had to trust these fucked up ass news sources, if we want to be real, right? Jet was I believe it was a weekly publication, but it was news, it was culture, it was entertainment that was all part of the black community. It was actually founded, I believe, by the Johnson Publishing Company that actually was based in Chicago. I don't, they in fact, this is how you know how racist mofos were back in the day. People used to call it the Negro News Weekly or something when I was young. Yeah, that was a real thing. You think things are racist now, you were just in a position where you couldn't get information. So shout out to Jet Magazine. Unfortunately, I think in 2014, they went to online only, but it used to be exciting. You used to get, you look at it, go to the barber shop, be like, man, I want this cut. Or you find something that's, again, before social media, it was a different world.
I had the jet after I gave him the whole magazine.
But gave him the whole magazine, the clip.
That's one take TO3J, real J Lennon.
FJE, that's that Fly Guy Entertainment, right?
No fatigue, yeah.
All right.
Rap God, FG shit, you already know what it is. New album on the way. Made 20 of views from the General's helmet, man. Get ready, man. FGE shit, man. Squad.
That's it. Yo, definitely sick, man. I love this cat's wordplay, but I don't know, man. Again, I can't co-sign saying the best rapper alive, but yo, I'm really excited to look into some of his other music. I'm going to add this one to the folder that we already have for Montana 300. And man, I really appreciate the suggestions. A lot of people in the comment sections have told me, yo, check out this rapper. Yo, check out this one. Check out this track. And that's how I find a lot of new music. So if there's any rappers out there like Montana 300, or some really lyrically dense artists it's hard to always decipher what they're talking about, I love that sort of stuff. Let's get into it. Send it over. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And look at the folders that we got. We got a variety of tracks by a variety of different artists where we're doing really intense breakdowns and going through their lyrics. See you on the next cut.